When noise is mistaken for strength, the quiet ones move unseen, yet leave lasting marks behind them. There is a rare force in stillness, a presence that needs no voice to be felt. This is the strength of the grounded man, not driven by applause, but anchored in restraint. In this reflection, we enter the deeper waters of Stoicism, where silence is not weakness, but quiet command. He watches, listens, and moves with precision, like an old tree rooted so deeply that no storm can shake it. His impact lives not in what he says, but in the steady world he shapes without needing to speak. In the gentle embrace of stillness, let us embark on a journey into the heart of silent strength. Here, in silence, lies a force more profound than the clamor of brash declarations, a power that forms the very essence of true character and indomitable resolve. In a world often bewitched by volume and show, we pause to delve deeper, seeking the quiet truths that illuminate the path of the genuinely powerful. It is here, beneath the surface of silence, that the strongest man stands, a keeper of ancient wisdom, veiled and unwavering. The presence of the truly strong man is an undeniable aura of resilience and self-awareness. This absence of noise does not signify a deficit of words, but reflects an internal reservoir of conviction that radiates without spectacle. In contrast, those who raise their voices often do so to obscure the insecurities lurking beneath, their outward bravado an unsteady shield against self-doubt. While they may captivate an audience temporarily, it is the quiet strength that endures, a steadfast legacy built on integrity and silent confidence. Where the loud ones falter, the silent individuals find unshakable grounding, revealing that true power is rooted in self-mastery, unburdened by the need for external validation. A quiet presence exerts influence without force, commanding respect with effortless grace rather than fear. It is a strength that reassures, marked by a profound sense of inner security. In a world where noise often masquerades as strength, the quiet assurance of presence becomes a sanctuary, a safe harbor amidst chaos. This unobtrusive power is felt through actions and demeanor, cultivating an environment where trust flourishes, alliances are forged, and legacies are nurtured. True power begins in unseen, unyielding foundations. These roots, cultivated in the soil of self-discovery, provide stability when faced with life's unpredictability. The strength of a quiet man does not materialize overnight. It is the result of a continuous journey of introspection and self-acceptance. A life built on these foundations withstands storms, standing firm while others are swept away. The quietly strong have the courage to confront their vulnerabilities, turning inward for wisdom, and emerging with an internal reservoir of resilience that guides them through adversity. Self-control is the cornerstone of this inner fortress. In a world quick to react, the quiet man maintains composure, mastering his emotions and reactions. This art of restraint provides tranquility, allowing him to navigate life's challenges with grace. Where others are swept away by impulsive decisions, the quietly strong choose a path of reflection and deliberate action, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. This self-mastery grants freedom from external forces, affirming that true strength lies in governing oneself with wisdom and clarity. Listening, often undervalued, becomes a profound expression of silent strength. It requires patience, humility, and self-assurance, and is the gateway to understanding and empathy. The strong man knows that listening reveals truths often obscured by noise, creating space for connection and fostering solutions. Through attentive listening, he unlocks insights that guide effective decisions, appreciating the power of silence as a transformative force that shapes the fabric of human relationships. In the sanctuary of the soul blossoms a confidence unanchored from external affirmation. The quiet man's strength springs from self-assuredness, rooted in his understanding of his potential and limitations. This inner confidence grants him the freedom to pursue aspirations courageously, undeterred by public opinion. With a quiet resilience, he embraces challenges and learns from failures, weaving these experiences into the tapestry of his life. Guided by an unwavering inner compass, solitude is the wellspring from which resilience flows. Contrary to misconceptions, solitude is a sacred space for reflection and rejuvenation, offering the quiet man the opportunity to journey inward and uncover personal truths. In these moments, he cultivates strength and clarity, transforming introspection into actionable wisdom. Through solitude, he discovers an unbreakable resolve, re-emerging with renewed focus to face life's unpredictability with an indomitable spirit. True strength's legacy transcends temporal achievements, leaving an enduring imprint on the world. This legacy is woven into the lives touched, the positive changes inspired, and the unwavering values imparted. Quiet strength manifests not in grand gestures, but in genuine connections and unwavering integrity, resonating across generations. Through quiet courage and compassion, the strongest man's impact nourishes others, his influence silently shaping the future. Thus, the legacy of quiet strength remains a profound testament to its timeless power, illuminating the path for those who follow in its silent footsteps. Within the heart of the fiercest storms lies an oasis of calm, the eye, the embodiment of silent strength amid chaos. This serenity in turmoil parallels the inner calm cultivated by those who master true power. The quietude we foster is not a surrender to the absence of conflict, but an unwavering resilience to remain unshaken by life's incessant noise. Throughout history, philosophers and sages have extolled the virtue of remaining centered amidst the relentless clamor of existence. Here, stillness serves as a potent lever against the frenetic tempo of modern life, a soft whisper in a cacophonous world, offering clarity where confusion seeks to take hold. As this inner sanctuary is nurtured, stillness transforms from refuge to tool. The capacity to stand firm, observing without haste or judgment, refines our responses, ensuring they emerge from deliberation rather than impulse. In moments that test us, grounded individuals become beacons of calm, guiding others adrift in emotional storms, much like a seasoned sailor harnesses the wind. This power, calm and deliberate, resonates in a world entranced by chaos, inviting silent strength in others to rise. In today's incessantly communicative world, intentional silence becomes a profound statement. It is the art of withdrawing from the ceaseless external stimuli, creating space for contemplation. This silence is not mere absence of sound, but an active engagement wherein ideas mature, emotions settle, and clarity emerges. As the external noise fades, insights and intuitions previously overshadowed reveal their truths. Silence becomes the deepest form of expression. Its mastery cultivates a resonance beyond mere words. Silence also serves as a tool for communication, bridging misunderstandings more effectively than spoken language ever could. In relationships and negotiations, maintaining silence conveys control and confidence, projecting an unspoken self-assurance. It allows emotions to dissipate, revealing the underlying truths obscured by initial intensity. In this space, real listening and understanding flourish, transforming silence into subtle yet mighty potential, unveiling hidden insights amid the rush of immediacy. Patience, intertwined with stillness, emerges as a cornerstone of genuine strength, standing in stark contrast to the culture of instant gratification. The discipline of waiting and allowing events to unfold according to their own rhythm demands formidable fortitude. The patient individual understands it is not the frantic chase, but the steady journey that leads us closer to fulfillment. Patience becomes strategy, a testament to commitment and the willingness to endure temporary discomforts for meaningful outcomes. Endurance, accompanying patience, requires quiet resolve to persist through trials without overt assertion. It is not unyielding resistance, but adaptation, finding strength in small victories and maintaining momentum even through setbacks. This tenacity, deeply rooted, patiently awaits opportunities to bloom in their own time, embodying strength not as a force to overpower, but as steadfast presence amidst life's storms. Detachment, often misunderstood as indifference, is integral to true strength and stillness, inviting us to embrace experiences without being consumed by them. It allows for consideration of emotions and events without succumbing to them, reducing impulsivity and fostering composed clarity. Detachment is not disconnection, but a shift in perspective, observing the world with calm curiosity instead of frantic engagement. Through detachment, focus sharpens, minimizing the impact of external turbulence and equipping individuals to face challenges with assured calm. It leads to flexible adaptation, embracing the broader tapestry of existence, aligning personal aspirations with life's ebb and flow. This mindset liberates personal growth, unveiling the tranquility essential for inner strength. Reflective practice, the habit of deliberate contemplation, deepens engagement with life, turning routine into opportunity for growth. Reflection uncovers patterns and lessons often overlooked, offering insights into behavior, motivations, and goals. This cultivation of thought allows submerged truths to surface, lending clarity to action. Incorporating reflection into daily life creates a sacred space within the mind, nurturing creativity and foresight. It prepares the groundwork for informed action, reinforcing purpose and essence, transforming reflection into strength, a cornerstone harmonizing thought and action. Emotional intelligence, the art of discerning and mastering emotions, complements stillness, guiding through emotional landscapes with insight and poise. It transcends mere management of anger or distress, fostering empathy and understanding, enhancing social dynamics and relationships. This intelligence arises from continuous introspection and learning, refining the ability to listen and communicate effectively. By embracing emotional responses, individuals transform potential conflicts into deeper connections, rendering emotional tranquility a powerful force for alignment and harmony. Silence, demanding intention amid a culture of noise, becomes a path to self-mastery. It invites introspection, offering a meditative space for creative thinking and discovery. By choosing silence, one demonstrates confidence and self-understanding, transcending external validation to internal certainty. Through silence, individuals let go of incessant thoughts and worries, exploring nuances missed in noise, fostering profound connections. As silence evolves, clarity emerges, nurturing personal truth and potential undisturbed by external clamor. At the heart of resilience lies internal equilibrium, maintained through emotional stability and self-regulation. This harmony, integrating experience and aligning aspirations with realities, grounds individuals, enabling them to adapt while remaining true to themselves. Through this balance, resilience blossoms, not in controlling every detail, but in navigating life's vicissitudes with flexibility and calm. Strengthened by internal harmony, individuals architect their reality, fostering resilience that defies challenges, embodying the calm amidst life's dissonance. In a world overwhelmed by distraction, minimalism offers clarity through intentional simplicity, focusing on essentials. This decluttering of space and spirit liberates freedom, allowing deeper appreciation and deliberate living. It reimagines abundance, measuring richness in time, relationships and experiences, challenging societal norms of accumulation to reveal fulfillment in depth. Minimalism cultivates focus and clarity, aligning choices with values, supporting centered stillness, and empowering movement through life unencumbered. This quiet power within a decluttered soul stands as a testament to the strength found in simplicity. The quest for inner stillness is timeless, transcending cultures, embodying ideals of serenity and true power. Revered across wisdom traditions, stillness anchors us amid life's transient nature, offering enduring refuge. It aligns actions with purpose, guiding meaningful engagement and conscious existence. This ageless pursuit, a beacon of guidance, supports through transitions and growth, its enduring wisdom whispering eternal truth. In the heart of silence lies true power's signature. In the quiet spaces between conversations, there exists a profound power, known only to those who listen more than they speak. He studies with intent, absorbing the rhythm and flow of interactions rather than rushing to fill silence with words. This silence is not born of shyness, but strategy, a deliberate pause to understand the unspoken. While others expend energy performing, the wise person trains their inner ear to hear whispers of truth concealed within the cacophony of voices. They decipher the subtle language of intention, where a shift in tone or a fleeting glance reveals more than words ever could. To those who dwell in the world of constant chatter, silence appears as a void. Yet those who master it find stillness revolutionary amidst the chaos of reactions and noise. This quietude offers clarity, a sanctuary where thoughts are given the space to mature and unfold. Understanding the art of silence becomes an act of rebellion against a world that values noise over substance. Through silence, they cultivate an elevated perspective, comprehending not just the spoken, but the intentions hidden beneath. It is in this restraint that they find strength, allowing them to respond not out of impulse, but informed wisdom. Observation, then, becomes their greatest ally, an act of focused attentiveness that others might overlook in their quest to be heard. They listen with their whole being, inviting every sound, emotion, and silence to weave a tapestry of understanding. By resisting the urge to contribute prematurely, they create space for others to unfold naturally, allowing truths to emerge on their own terms. Life itself becomes a dialogue, where patient observation unlocks profound insights, whether in the dance of shadows under a moonlit sky or in the fleeting interaction of strangers passing by. Such depth of observation extends beyond mere interactions, encompassing life's entire expanse. The quiet observer finds meaning in the cycles of nature, the vibrant pulse of a crowded street, and the stillness of solitude. It is a practice of engagement with existence, one where listening and learning are paramount. From this constant openness, they build a repository of insight from which purposeful action flows. Through silence, they prepare for the complexities of life, their resilience fortified by the knowledge that is both profound and transformative. In an age characterized by relentless noise, silence serves as a conduit to deeper thinking, where thoughts are nurtured, allowed to ferment and evolve. Here, in the refuge of quietude, superficial concerns fade away, unveiling insights cleansed of distraction. Deep thinking is a patient craft, dwelling in ambiguity and relishing questions without the haste for answers. Within this meditative space, they explore the breadth of their inner world, nourishing wisdom that resists the simple solutions craved by immediate communications. Leadership, too, blossoms from silence's embrace. Influence without words becomes the domain of those who listen deeply, fostering trust and encouraging openness. Listening leaders craft environments that welcome diverse perspectives, weaving strategies and cultures of resilience from a fabric of mutual respect. Beyond personal exchanges, they attune themselves to the narratives of larger communities, understanding the currents beneath the surface. Through this attentive leadership, they guide with a subtlety that resonates deeply, igniting fires of unity and collaboration without forceful command. True listening delves into the heart of understanding, transcending the superficial exchanges of modern dialogue. It builds connections grounded in empathy, acknowledging the story behind each voice. Understanding intent and emotion, they bypass the quick desire to respond, constructing relationships rooted in genuine insight. Every person encountered holds a universe of experience, waiting to be discovered through attentive ears. Such listening transforms discord into harmony, forging bonds where once there were divides. With every interaction, the listener enters reflection, an active engagement with newfound wisdom. Here, they sift through insights, integrating them with their own evolving understanding. It is a process of self-discovery and personal growth, refining values and realigning actions. Through this ongoing dialogue within, they transform raw information into wisdom, preparing themselves with adaptability and insight. Eastern wisdom echoes the same reverence for observation, valuing it as a cornerstone of self and spiritual growth. Philosophies like Buddhism enlighten through detachment and non-judgmental awareness, teaching that observing leads to understanding beyond the ego's illusions. Life becomes a seamless meditation, where calm observation unveils the interconnectedness of all things. Through this practice, they find peace and an understanding that transcends the fleeting. Adaptation thrives in those who listen more than they speak, granting them the resilience to remain learners forever. In their silence, they detect emerging patterns, staying attuned to change. Openness to learning ensures actions are informed, avoiding the arrogance of certainty. Within this cycle of learning, they thrive, evolving with the world rather than against it. Amid chaos, silence remains their anchor, a choice that prevents them from being swept into the noise. This cultivated calm allows observation without reactive judgment, granting the ability to navigate tumult with grace. Silence becomes a strategic tool, turning potential conflicts into opportunities. Through this conscious practice, they remain strong, a steady foundation amid life's storms. Listening builds legacies. Those who understand create bedrock relationships formed through trust, addressed by listening. In doing so, They extend their influence, ensuring ideals endure. Their legacy becomes one defined not by wealth, but by the positive impact on humanity, echoing through generations. The art of listening weaves threads of wisdom and compassion, resonating long after the words have faded. In a world where validation hinges on likes, shares, and comments, many become trapped in the pursuit of performance, chasing approval like an intoxicating dance with an elusive partner. Superficial validation offers momentary satisfaction, concealing the hollowness beneath. This chase can obscure the path of authenticity and inner strength. The strongest individuals, however, recognize that genuine confidence and self-assurance are cultivated internally, not conferred by others. In a society that celebrates those in the spotlight, a deeper force quietly thrives in the background. For the truly strong, presence isn't about being seen or heard, it's about being felt. They draw from an inner wellspring of strength, grounded not in the noise of approval, but in principles. This deep sense of self-possession naturally commands attention without ever demanding it. The strongest man's presence transcends performance, expressing virtues through actions rather than proclamations. Authenticity, not performance, is key. When aligned with principles, life is lived authentically. Principles serve as steadfast truths, guiding decisions and actions irrespective of external pressures. They form the backbone of integrity, allowing one to remain firm amidst chaos, echoing the teachings of ancient philosophers. In this stronghold of core values, ostentation becomes unnecessary. Presence derives power from truth, not spectacle. Prioritizing principles over performance bestows a unique power seldom understood in a world obsessed with appearances. Living in alignment with values cultivates an aura of unwavering strength, exuding respect and trust. When actions are congruent with convictions, authenticity becomes a beacon of integrity. The true, worthy performance lies in a silent testament to a life well lived, a life honoring principles above all. This quiet power requires no audience. It's a force that sways without a whisper. In the quiet moments away from the world's gaze, aligning actions with core beliefs allows the impact of silence to resonate louder than shouted proclamations. Every choice made reflects one's true character and conviction, offering clarity and coherence. This alignment empowers individuals to navigate life's challenges gracefully, fostering respect in a world rife with contradiction. Words and actions become indistinguishable, fostering personal integrity as a natural state of being. The strongest man, in harmony with his essence, guides his journey with a compass set to truth. Self-possession, an elusive yet profound strength, manifests not in loud declarations, but in calm assurance. It involves having full command over thoughts, emotions, and actions, nurtured through introspection and honed by discipline. A self-possessed individual remains unwavering in the face of external challenges, anchored in their truth. This quiet confidence whispers of unshakable strength, a mark of one who needs no embellishment. In the silence of self-possession lies an energy that captivates, akin to the calm sea's depth, speaking to the soul like timeless art or melody. Authenticity involves embracing one's truth without facade, a courageous act in a world demanding conformity. It is the consistent alignment with values, beliefs, and desires through genuine actions. Authenticity's profound power beckons others towards truth and freedom, dispelling illusions. Authentic presence radiates strength and resilience, a quiet power that inspires trust and respect without words. This magnetism is imbued with sincerity and warmth, influencing not through convention, but through natural, genuine nature. In the silence of introspection, the strongest embark on a self-discovery journey, seeking understanding over fame or fortune. Knowing oneself is an enduring journey marked by learning and growth, requiring acceptance of both shadows and light. Self-knowledge offers grounding and clarity, unaffected by transient opinions. It provides assurance from understanding one's passions, strengths, and weaknesses, allowing for purposeful action. Amidst external clamor, the self-assured individual thrives, empowered by the sacred space of self-understanding. Detachment from external validation is a discipline practiced by the strongest souls. It separates self-worth from fluctuating opinions, cultivating an indomitable spirit. This liberation allows for authentic engagement with the world, embracing life on personal terms. Free from external judgment, energy shifts from performance to purpose. This independence enhances meaningful connections, allowing genuine compassion and community. It's a courageous act, living outside superficial metrics, a testament to strength that exists without need to appease. Influence, in its most potent form, unfolds naturally from character's integrity. The strongest man influences through deeds, unperturbed by validation. His quiet influence alters landscapes merely by existing, inspiring changes in perception and action. Operating in silent chambers of hearts and minds, this influence encourages introspection and growth. It relies on simple truths conveyed by consistent character, affecting lives and communities profoundly and enduringly. Self-assurance is a rare serenity formed by embracing oneself's potential and limitations. It commands respect through innate confidence, not self-promotion. Through authentic engagement, an assured presence blossoms, unwavering under scrutiny. This serenity, unruffled, fosters true presence, anchored in authenticity and truth. As a protective harbor and empowering launchpad, it encourages exploration free from judgment, paving existence resonating with life's intricate symphony. To live beyond performance is to craft a legacy enduring through time. Strong men understand true influence transcends life, residing in reshaped hearts from silent deeds. This legacy of wisdom, integrity, and presence does not fade. A life governed by presence crafts a narrative extending into eternity, unfettered by transitory acclaim. In the richness of shared experiences, this quiet legacy blossoms, esteemed for values passed on, not public performances, cherished for unseen but deeply felt resonance. In a world increasingly thrust into the noise of constant communication, where words are often fraught with false promises, the strongest man understands the futility of endless debate. He sees that arguments can devolve into ego-driven contests for recognition, yielding little beyond fleeting satisfaction. The ephemeral nature of spoken words is evident, capable of masking intentions, twisting truths, and manipulating perceptions. Such a man recognizes the artifice in mere rhetoric, understanding that words rarely transform hearts or circumstances. Instead, he conserves his energy, choosing to manifest his inner truths through action. By prioritizing deeds over discourse, he transcends the need to validate himself through verbal sparring, opting instead for authenticity in a world often mistaking noise for substance. Words can sometimes become barriers rather than bridges, sheltering misunderstanding more than insight. Thus, he navigates life with a silent eloquence, that lets his actions encapsulate his true essence. By choosing not to engage in disputes, he exhibits a mature grasp of truth that requires no external validation. For him, tranquility surpasses turmoil, as the path he walks is one where deeds resound more than dialogue, fostering a peace and purpose that words alone cannot confer. In this silent expression, actions hold a profound eloquence that words rarely match. When the strongest man moves, his steps reverberate with intention and integrity, creating echoes of purpose that are felt far and wide. Actions endure, marking commitments without need for grand proclamations, offering testament to a life led by doing rather than discoursing. Such communication transcends superficiality, piercing through misunderstanding to connect at the core. It's through his actions that he builds a legacy of resilience, a beacon of character immune to the erosion of time. Every action is imbued with clarity and purpose, expressing realms beyond the spoken word's confines. Understanding this, life becomes less about arguing and more about moving with conviction. Actions aligned with values build a substantial influence that eclipses any spoken narrative, elegantly conveying decisions consciously made, paths deliberately chosen, and promises quietly fulfilled. As he invites those around him to witness his journey, he demonstrates that intent is realized more profoundly through movement than mere proclamation. It is in mastering the art of turning away from conflict that the strongest man exhibits grace that defies misunderstanding. Conflict is seen not as a necessary engagement, but as a distraction from loftier pursuits, often fueling fires rather than extinguishing them. His refusal to become embroiled in pointless arguments reflects wisdom. By exercising selective silence, he saves his energy for challenges, truly calling for his presence. This insight reflects deep confidence. Not all problems warrant confrontation. Through this discipline, he cultivates an inner stillness that allows navigation through life's turbulence with clarity and calm. This decision is neither escapism nor abdication of responsibility. It is discernment. By avoiding needless confrontation, he creates the space for meaningful engagement where true transformation is possible. Radiating composure and poise, he represents strength through his principled stance instead of combative exchanges, standing firm yet moving fluidly with life's currents. It's a strength found not in volume or visibility, but in deep perceptiveness. Patience, often intertwined with endurance, becomes the ally of someone who knows that fulfillment demands a slow, steadfast commitment. His strength lies not in quick argumentative victories, but in the steady, deliberate pursuit of goals. Acknowledging that true change, whether in oneself or the world, takes time, he cultivates patience as a force that empowers him to gracefully move through endeavors. His patience is active, and he prepares diligently, waiting wisely, knowing that worthwhile achievements demand both time and perseverance. Possessing the patience needed to prevail helps to overcome impediments, including impatience itself, which often hinders progress. For him, patience allows an alignment where persistence results in the fruition of his labor. It demands awareness that preparation and action, no matter how silent and seemingly inconsequential, are never wasted. Within patience, he builds resilience, undeterred by temporary setbacks or the impatience of others, knowing that patience harbors the transformation from potential to reality. In valuing progress above pride, he sidesteps ego's trap, charting a path towards continuous evolution. Where pride demands recognition, progress proves its worth, Embracing humility through candid self-assessment, he recognizes change's necessity. Pride may cling to familiar comforts, yet the desire for progress urges exploration of uncharted territories brimming with possibility. This preference for progress defines his journey through actions, not bravado, demonstrating strength and humility knit together. This alignment allows movement without the necessity of applause, shifting the focus towards collective advancement rather than personal prowess. Life's tapestry, threaded by his efforts and humility, reflects on the need for change, adaptability, and honest evaluation. Progress, with its liberating power, transcends pride's constraints, marching fluidly forward, urging those who witness his path to follow suit, seeking advancement without the need for accolades, but for true enrichment. In prioritizing results over rhetoric, he discerns between empty promises and fulfilled actions, where rhetoric's seduction pales against solid outcomes. Words are valued once translated into tangible achievements, rooted in accountability and transparency. This fosters reliability, garnering trust and respect from those observing his unwavering dedication. Results eclipse rhetoric when commitments are seen through fruition rather than verbal pretense. His words' strength lies in their realization, not captivating articulation. Intentions serve to guide, not showcase, as he steadfastly pursues measurable achievements. Through discipline, he emerges as a beacon of sincerity, bridging the realms of dream and reality with quiet courage. In the silent theater of the mind, emotions ebb and flow like the tides, shaping and challenging the spirit. They are neither enemies nor allies, but elements of the human condition to be embraced, understood, and ultimately mastered. Such is the landscape of emotion, a realm where fear, anger, sadness, and joy each tell their own stories, holding lessons within their upheavals and calms. Therein lies the art of recognition, allowing oneself the courage to venture into this ever-shifting terrain, not with judgment, but with thoughtful awareness. Here, the teachings of Stoic sages like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus offer a beacon of wisdom. They remind us that the fortress of the mind remains unassailed not by external forces, but by our own perceptions. Emotional mastery is not the suppression of feeling, but the discipline to navigate our thoughts with clarity and calm. By aligning our reactions with reason and understanding, we navigate the emotional sea with a captain's steadiness, sailing past the storms of impulsive response into the serene waters of resilience. This journey inward requires an anchoring in self-awareness, a lighthouse that lights the way through the storms of emotion, revealing truths often hidden beneath the tumult of reactions. Self-awareness is not merely an understanding. It is the vigilant guardian of our character, emotions, and intentions. It guides us to transition from knee-jerk reactions to measured, considerate actions, aligning with our core truths. The practices of journaling, meditation, and solitude foster this vital awareness, nurturing an internal compass that leads us unfalteringly toward self-empowerment. In this reflection, resilience emerges as the handmaiden of mastery. Embracing the challenges of life without succumbing to despair, we learn that resilience is not framed through the absence of fear or hurt, but through the conscious exploration and overcoming of these trials. Accordingly, the art of detachment reveals itself not as indifference, but as a mindful release of control over what is beyond us, welcoming the world's flow with open-hearted equanimity. This gracious surrender imbues us with a strength that is both profound and enduring. Yet within this intricate play of emotions, fear and anger, often viewed as adversaries, hold the potential to transform into powerful tools. Acknowledged, fear becomes a tutor of focus and cautious foresight, guiding us through uncertainty's labyrinth with a sharpened awareness. Similarly, anger, when understood, transforms into the fire of transformation, igniting action against injustice and compelling positive change. Just as Carl Jung envisioned wholeness through the integration of shadow, embracing these darker aspects unlocks the fuller potential of the self, turning emotional obstacles into milestones on the path to authenticity and greatness. To embrace these transformations, cultivating emotional intelligence becomes essential. This gentle wisdom allows us to navigate the depths of our emotions and reach out to others with understanding and grace. In this mastery lies the power of empathy, enhancing communication and strengthening the bonds that connect us to the world and those within it. Emotional intelligence, imbued with empathy, commands respect not through force, but through an authentic, silent strength that speaks through actions and presence. The road to emotional mastery invites a life peppered with rituals of reflection and renewal, sustaining the clarity and balance of mind and heart. With each written reflection and moment of meditative solitude, we sift through the emotional sands, gaining insight and releasing that which holds us bound. These moments of stillness foster a cycle of healing and renewal, grounding us in a strength that transcends the noise of daily upheavals. As the foundation of this emotional strength, boundaries define the sacred spaces where our energy ends and another's begins. These boundaries, drawn with care and upheld with respect, protect us from exhaustion and manipulation, reinforcing our self-respect and sovereignty. They demarcate the territories within which our emotional well-being thrives, unperturbed by external pressures and demands. Through this courage to set limits and embrace conflict if necessary, we preserve our energy, cementing the powerful silence of inner authority. Vulnerability, too, finds itself transformed within this narrative. Not a symbol of weakness, but of courage. It is in vulnerability that true strength resides. By daring to confront and share our rawest emotions, fears, and imperfections, we create spaces of authenticity and trust. Like the gentle wisdom of Brené Brown, who advocates vulnerability as courage made manifest, we find ourselves unraveling the barriers that keep us from our true strength. And through this unraveling, we find empowerment. This journey through emotional mastery is akin to the ancient craft of alchemy, a transformation where raw emotions are refined to wisdom and inner gold. Each trial and experience becomes a crucible for the growth that shapes us into beings of depth and compassion. Embracing this ongoing transformation is a testament to our pursuit of lasting harmony and strength, guiding us unfailingly toward a future forged in the wisdom of emotions mastered. Through this reverberating mastery, the strongest man is found not in loud declarations, but in the quiet, unyielding dominance of inner peace and resilience. In a world swirling with noise and ceaseless motion, the quiet man stands steady, like an ancient oak whose roots delve deep into the earth. He embodies rootedness, a profound connection to his core and the universe, often misunderstood as passivity, yet fundamentally distinct. This rootedness is not a sign of disengagement. Rather, It signifies a powerful tethering to life's essence. In the quiet man, silence becomes a testament to understanding and place, grounding him amidst the world's chaos and rush towards superficiality. True rootedness is an active choice, a deliberate alignment with one's principles, whereas passivity is a yielding to external forces. The quiet man does not drift aimlessly. He stands firm, embodying resilience and wisdom even in life's storms. His calm action and steadfast presence are manifestations of deeply held convictions and inner strength that remain unyielded by the winds of circumstance. His life is a beacon, offering stability in an often disoriented world. Silent strength is its own kind of power, defying the allure of noisy bravado. In cultures where noise is often equated with influence, the quiet man shows us that true power does not demand attention through volume. His strength resonates like the gentle hum of a finely tuned instrument, fostering authenticity and leadership without noise. It isn't coercion, but confidence, drawing others towards their own depths with its subtle magnetism. The quiet man's presence inspires trust and admiration, demonstrating that genuine influence is measured not by how loud it is, but by its profound depth and authentic impact. Cultivating this inner terrain requires intentional practice, akin to tending a garden. For the quiet man, the journey begins with profound self-awareness, a commitment to understanding one's values and motivations. This alignment of action with core principles equips him to navigate life's challenges with clarity and confidence. Meditation, journaling, and introspection nurture this inner sanctuary, demanding patience and continuous reflection as the seasons of life change. Through this diligent cultivation, he faces adversity not with fear, but with a calm, firm response. The result is a deep peace and contentment, allowing him to meet life with graceful equanimity. Mindfulness and presence form the foundation of his rootedness, enabling him to remain centered amidst life's distractions. By living in the present, he evades the anxieties of past and future. This mindfulness empowers him to navigate life's complexities with intent, making his roots unshakable. His presence is both a connection to himself and to the world, an authentic engagement without the facade. Through this practice, he perceives life in its fullness, celebrating beauty and simplicity, finding meaning everywhere. He maintains balance amidst chaos, grounded by moments of openness and curiosity, always learning and evolving. Stillness, often overlooked in a world obsessed with activity, is the quiet man's wellspring of strength. In moments of reflection, he finds clarity and insight, a reprieve from the surrounding clamor. Stillness is where needless noise fades away, granting perspective on what truly matters. It is not inaction, but a deliberate pause before movement, a gathering of strength before facing the next challenge. Here, he listens to intuition, allowing wisdom to surface, preparing to re-engage with renewed purpose. The quiet man's observant nature is not passive, but a deliberate act of gathering insight. He absorbs the subtleties others miss in their hurry to speak. His observation is like an artist studying their subject, discerning truths and patterns that guide his path with wisdom. It is active engagement, not withdrawal, prioritizing listening over speaking to invite wisdom for the journey. In this silent dialogue, he forms meaningful connections, deepening understanding, boosting strength, and reinforcing his foundation. Detachment frees the quiet man from the burdens of external validation, anchoring him in the present. It is not disinterest, but a focus on what he can control: his thoughts, actions, and reactions. His self-worth untangled from fleeting circumstances. He stands autonomously, embracing authentic, unburdened living. This detachment nurtures resilience, letting him engage deeply with life's joys and challenges without being ensnared by its impermanence. Acceptance is silent resilience, a quiet courage to embrace reality as it is. It empowers the quiet man, allowing for true change through acceptance rather than denial. By embracing life's triumphs and tribulations, he transforms adversity into learning, channeling energy into growth instead of futile resistance. This surrender deepens his roots, strengthening him even in harsh conditions. Through acceptance, he embodies strength in flexibility, weathering storms with integrity. Purpose is the quiet man's guiding star, giving direction amidst uncertainty. He aligns actions with deep convictions, crafting a life of authenticity. Purpose and meaning intermingle, weaving a narrative that transcends the mundane. This sense of meaning is a touchstone, sustaining him through adversity, enhancing joy. Anchored in purpose, his actions resonate with a quiet power, louder than words, serving as an invitation for others to explore their depths. Through a life rooted in inner strength, the quiet man exerts a subtle yet profound influence. His impact is gentle but pervasive, like ripples on still waters. His actions, more than words, lead by example, inspiring others to embrace authenticity and strength. His life, a testament to potential within us all, is a reminder that true strength is in authenticity and resilience, not volume. In a world that often glorifies extroversion and ceaseless interaction, solitude can be profoundly misunderstood. Yet in choosing to be alone, there exists a strength that is resilient and unwavering in the face of societal expectations. The man who seeks solitude doesn't do so to escape connection, but to engage more deeply with his inner thoughts and aspirations. Within this sanctuary of stillness, introspection blossoms, a vital component for personal growth and clarity. Like a monk in a secluded mountain temple, he retreats from the clamor of the village below, making room for insight and inspiration to emerge in the quiet sanctum of self-reflection. Through solitude, the noise of the world fades, allowing focus to sharpen on what truly matters. It becomes an act of purification, stripping away the layers of distraction imposed by outside forces. In this chosen aloneness, the quiet man discovers not just himself, but an assertion of identity unclouded by external influences. Within this fertile ground, seeds of creativity and unique perspectives take root, deeply connected to the pulse of his purpose. The quiet cultivation of strength and resolve burgeons, nourished by the rich soil of self-awareness. In the silence of creation, a quiet revolution unfolds. Understanding that authentic innovation arises without the urgency of immediate validation, the strong man engages deeply with his work. This silence is devoid of dissonance from external approval. He merges with his endeavor, like an artist absorbed in his masterpiece, allowing form to emerge naturally and fluidly. Here, without premature critique, he can experiment freely, embrace failure, and try again, unrestricted by time or judgment. Each careful stroke and decision adds to an evolving vision, untainted by the need for validation. This sacred process, a communion between work and self, engenders an intimacy that transforms both. The world, when finally it glimpses the outcome, marvels at the holistic vision, unaware of the solitude integral to its creation. Thus the quiet man's achievements hold greater weight, not born of fleeting attention, but of steadfast dedication and purpose in silent nurturing. Here, his solitude renders his work impactful and genuine, a testament to resilience and silent determination. Seclusion becomes a wellspring of potent strength. By stepping away from the spotlight, the strong man cultivates an inner fortress, untouched by external turmoil. This retreat is not cowardice, but a deliberate act to preserve energy and intention. In solitude, he fortifies himself against the onslaught of trivial distractions, rooting his spirit in an unwavering core. As the cacophony of the world threatens to drown out truths, seclusion offers reprieve, reconnecting with essential values and recalibrating paths toward authentic fulfillment. It acts as a shield, safeguarding him against external pressures, allowing alignment with inner truth. Far from the gaze of public scrutiny, he thrives without the burden of adulation. Embracing silence, he listens to wisdom's whispers, carrying farther and resonating deeper in its presence. Distractions fade, leaving paths clear to insights profound and tranquility unparalleled, recharging his spirit away from the noise of expectation. Solitude invigorates creativity with unfiltered freedom. Untethered by timelines or conventions, the quiet man wanders through innovation's vast landscapes. Here, creativity burgeons, led by curiosity, unpressured by collective demands. Alone, the apparent barrenness transforms into a bounty of untapped potential, a sanctuary for imagination to reign supreme. As he explores this boundless terrain of possibility, the coulds replace the restrictions of the shoulds. Emotional and cognitive freedom soar, symbiotically birthing authentic creativity. A personal laboratory unfurls, devoid of constraint, where ideas naturally morph through inquiry and play. In solitude, the mind unfurls its wings, lifting away from the mundane and gliding into wonder. These flights reveal new perspectives, returning with inspiration and groundbreaking insight, a testament to the brilliance found in withdrawn reflection. Solitude is preparation. It is a time to hone skills and strategies, absent interruption, much like an athlete or artist refining their craft. Through solitude, the strong man equips himself, his gaze steadfast on long-term victories beyond temporary gains, embodying a preparation transcending instant gratification. Here, solitude is both training ground and refuge, where challenges meet quiet resilience. Faithfully, he reflects on aspirations and values, inquiring with unwavering truth. What do I value profoundly? What fears must be overcome? Crafting strategies rooted in authenticity, he prepares against unpredictable winds, emerging assured with plans born of solitary reflection. Inner peace found in solitude surpasses any tranquility glimpsed amidst crowds. It's within these hushed moments the deeper self is revealed. This peace is a product of introspection, engaging in an ongoing dialogue with one's soul, unraveling fears binding the spirit. Each release brings him closer to an unencumbered state, where serenity radiates outwardly, infusing interactions and ventures. Solitude fosters this peace, withstanding life's minor disturbances. Individuals sense this tranquility within his presence, reflecting the peace nurtured internally. This harmony becomes a cornerstone, reinforced by solitude, granting time and space to heal, understand, and transcend life's intricacies. In solitude, lessons of detachment unfold. Freed from superficial pursuits of recognition and material success, the quiet man appreciates life from an enlightened vantage, where identity isn't bound to accolades but rooted in intrinsic values. Such detachment is conscious choice over indifference, liberation from seeking approval. Solitude disentangles worth from possession, anchoring it in wisdom and integrity, enabling action with clarity, unmarred by peer pressures. This discernment allows action with foresight, unencumbered by emotional chaos. In solitude, he builds a legacy. Contemplation over footprints and paths creates space for enduring impacts beyond temporary laurels, focusing on relationships and values resonant with time. By quietude, the foundation of legacy-worthy acts is thoughtfully laid through foresight and compassionate engagement. Reflecting upon legacy, he considers interconnections between actions and ripples, embracive of humility and foresight. Without compulsion to impress, his legacy is nurtured in authentic self-awareness, reflecting silent strength. Ultimately, solitude is the quiet man's sanctuary, a retreat extinguishing worldly noise, leaving echoes of essence. Here, his strength replenishes, intentions reaffirmed without urgency. Solitude's embrace offers refuge, where reflection becomes a practice, binding him to profound self-understanding and life's mysteries. Within this center, he finds stillness unaffected by external sway, communing with self for unwavering equanimity. This sacred space extends beyond mental confines, timelessly embedding wisdom. Emerging with focus sharpened and spirit renewed, the quiet man engages the world, carrying the silent might of profound grace and unseen strength. In the world awash with the clamor of self-improvement declarations and grand resolutions, true discipline stands quietly resilient, revealing itself through unwavering consistency. The genuinely disciplined man speaks not of his intentions on towering stages, nor does he seek applause for his journeys. Instead, he makes solemn vows within, promises that thrive untainted by the need for external approval. This inner commitment is not a fleeting burst of energy, but a steadfast rhythm, pulsating with a deep understanding that persistence is the true architect of mastery. Each day unfolds as a canvas where these quiet promises are sketched, not in the pursuit of external accolades, but in aligning actions with profound personal principles. This ribbon of resolve, often invisible to the world, mirrors the roots of a mighty oak, grounding the individual firmly amidst life's tempests. While some may seek performative acts to impress, the disciplined man finds a sanctuary in solitude, where his silent steps tread not for recognition, but for certainty. He doesn't demand the world's acknowledgement of his daily rituals or his adherence to truth. In this embrace of humility, his strength intensifies, becoming an unstoppable force, crafting an enduring symphony of quiet progress. As dawn breaks and the world lies in slumber, the disciplined man greets each day with rituals steeped in introspection and quiet strength. Each gesture in his morning routine is not about complexity, but intention. Meditation cultivates inner peace, exercise fortifies the body, and reading stimulates the mind. These practices are bastions against life's chaos, renewing his purpose daily and fortifying his internal fortress. The power of these rituals lies not in their spectacle, but in conditioning him to face life with grace and grounded resilience. Challenges, when they arise, are not formidable obstacles, but stepping stones for growth. Embracing adversity with calm, he perceives struggles as essential crucibles for strength. His discipline isn't fueled by ostentation, but by the sober acceptance of life's unpredictabilities. Each challenge met with measured responses, leaning into the discomfort to uncover wisdom and capability. Without fanfare, His quiet determination turns trials into testimonies of personal evolution. In a world teeming with ceaseless desires, he remains anchored, not in immediate gratification, but in the satisfaction derived from purpose and restraint. Through self-understanding, he masters impulses, aligning desires with enduring fulfillment. This quiet mastery may not show on the surface, but is visible in the clarity, allowing him to navigate life with intentional grace. His life stands testament to the strength found in restraint, choosing channels that nurture instead of depleting his essence. Patience for this man isn't passive, but a formidable, silent force. Just as seeds germinate beneath the soil unseen, true accomplishments require time to flourish. Discipline begets patience, transforming waiting into mindful anticipation. This understanding allows growth to happen organically, unfettered by haste. Through patience, he aligns himself with life's natural rhythm, enduring life's trials with unwavering confidence. At the heart of his silent discipline are habits, the threads woven into the tapestry of his existence. Crafted with care, these are not mere routines, but sacred practices shaping character and spirit. Each habit, a reflection of his values, forms a silent thread in the fabric of his evolution, offering shelter against the world's chaotic spin, yet allowing room for adaptability and growth. Commitment manifests as the tether that binds intentions to actions, a contract not with the world, but with his deepest self. This force remains unwavering, unswayed by external trials. It's not the noisy declarations, but the quiet fulfillment of promises that reveal his strength. In every step taken, commitment quietly cements itself as its reward, ensuring that goals get pursued not by leaps, but by the consistent cadence of discipline. In silence, the courageous man forges resilience, a bastion against life's storms. Silence, often feared, becomes a crucible for introspection and growth. Within quietude, he listens to the gentle whispers of inner wisdom. This introspective silence is not an escape, but a reconnection, revealing profound internal strength. Through this silence, resilience becomes not a battle but a harmonious dance, shaping him into a beacon of composed strength. Embracing silence further allows him to draw wisdom from nature's lessons. Nature, patient and silent, offers insight into life's continuity. Observing the seasons, the grace of a bending tree, or the flow of a river, he finds reflections of his own journey. The gentle embrace of nature teaches adaptability and non-resistance, grounding his discipline in understanding life's rhythms, an understanding that anchors him in serene confidence. Through quiet introspection, he learns transformation is not sudden, but a continual, unseen evolution. Each retreat, each introspective moment nurtures his transformation, quietly building upon itself. Shedding old layers, he renews himself, recognizing growth's pace, aligned with life's rhythms. His journey isn't a loud declaration of change, but a gentle, profound unfolding, revealing the subtle strength of embracing life's cycle of transformation. In a world often enamored by verbosity and grand promises, the truly powerful individual understands the transformative nature of action over words. His method is not to captivate through eloquence, but to impact through steadfast deeds. This is a person who comprehends that while words can inspire or deceive, actions root themselves in the tangible realm, bearing witness to intent, character, and resolve. Explanation, he finds, dilutes purpose. Thus, he silently channels his energy into the endeavors that define him. To observe him in life is akin to reading a profound text. Each gesture, a line of wisdom, each decision, a chapter of enduring significance. He adheres to the ancient wisdom that teaches true influence comes from what one accomplishes rather than what one professes. To those who observe, his quiet achievements shine with unmistakable clarity. Without fanfare or expectation, he lives bound by an internal compass, calibrated not by competing voices, but by a deep-seated conviction to principles. This commitment to action over rhetoric becomes his statement to the world, communicated through the results that invariably follow. By moving intentionally, without the need for external validation, he exemplifies the unspoken truth that the strongest are defined by what remains when the noise dissipates. A legacy created is made in the whispers of the unnoticed, the fidelity to quiet efficiency echoing through lives impacted by his unwavering discipline and moral dedication. His influence is not wielded through power or enforced dominance, but emerges from innate alignment with universal truths. His life becomes a testament to the adage that influence is most potent when it is uninsistent, forming a tapestry woven from small, consistent actions layered over time. Observers find themselves drawn toward his example, often unconsciously aligning their paths with his. His influence permeates subliminally, shaping dialogues and perspectives without the need to voice instructions or demands. Through silent strength, he becomes a teacher, illuminating potential paths through simple, resolute demonstration. Those who watch learn the efficacy of patience over impulsivity, of resolve over reactivity, and are inspired to delve into places of discomfort in search of similar fortitude. A legacy, many believe, is the grand opus of one's life, a collection of accomplishments and accolades. However, for the quietly strong, legacy is crafted in integrity, revered by those who've witnessed an unwavering commitment to a higher standard. For him, legacy starts today, in mundane decisions and consistent practices pursued with honor and sincerity. There's a unique power in a life lived consistently well, outlasting the fleeting echoes of transient glory. Witnessing him, those around understand that legacy is less about overt declarations of success and more about the seeds of hope and courage he plants in others. The quiet pragmatism that governs his actions is the silent architect of his enduring legacy. Each choice creates a ripple, influencing the fabric of connections and environments long after the moment passes. Even in silence, his integrity speaks volumes. The legacy he leaves behind is potent, influencing realms he inhabited not by force, but through sheer, unyielding presence. His tale is not told in bombastic memoirs, but in gentle recounting of lives touched, guided toward hidden reservoirs of inner strength. Inspired by his exemplary quietude, his legacy becomes a constellation of wisdom and grace, illuminating pathways through the obscure corridors of the future. In an age where strength is equated with visibility, he demonstrates the paradoxical power of the unseen, the fortitude built in solitude, nurtured through introspection. His journey is like the growth of a tree, the roots burrowing deep into unseen soils even as the mighty branches spread above. Resilience is cultivated not by broadcasting accomplishments, but by enduring in silence. Long before actions make an impact, he meticulously prepares, drawing from years of quiet preparedness. This strength manifests in adversity, owing much to the silent struggles with oneself rather than external battles. Observers see a man undaunted by chaos, unmoved by tumult, having faced every demon, dissected, and understood his own shadow. Strength emerges not by avoiding hardship, but engaging it until it becomes a friend, offering sage instructions. The silent fort across his soul is forged by hardship, days in contemplation, nights in reflective solace, a well from which wisdom is drawn by those wise enough to observe and inquire. As the quietly strong man journeys through life, his legacy emerges not in spoken triumphs, but in the enduring impact of actions. His hands shape not only his destiny, but also the broader story of those whom he touches through commitment and care. It's a power wherein legacy isn't tangible achievements for acclaim, but rather the emotional, intellectual essence, a gift to those who follow. In observing, witnesses finally see the imprint of a life lived with purpose, an intertwining of silent intentions and loud actions, defined by enduring deeds. His legacy stands as a guiding star, beckoning those adrift to trust the whispered ambitions. Most may never comprehend the extent of his actions, yet their ripple effects endure, illustrating a profound truth. It was never about being heard above the clamor, but about leaving a clear mark others can follow. His legacy, recognizable to those attentive, serves as proof that the strongest individual, residing in silence, ranges far in influence, undiminished across time's tapestry. As we conclude this journey, if the wisdom shared here resonates, remember to like, subscribe, and join us in the quiet places where true strength resides.